Good morning, class. Okay. So there is a one question somebody is asking. The question is, in a mathematics examination of class 10th at Bal Bharati school, a student secured 40% of the marks and failed by 35 marks. The question is simple. 40% marks is secured and failed by examination by 35 marks. So suppose this is 40% marks. This is passing marks. So he failed the examination by 35 marks. This is given in the question. Another student, another student secured 55 marks and got 40 marks more than minimum marks to pass. So that means another student is getting 55% marks and he is getting 40 marks more than the passing marks. Find the pass percentage, the maximum marks in an examination. Okay, find the pass percentage. So see, again the question is very simple here. The same thing, like a passing marks, the first student is getting 40% marks and he failed the examination by 35 marks. That means if he would have got 35 more marks, he would have passed the examination. Are you getting my point or not? So if this is the passing marks, so that means that is 35 less than this marks. We can say this thing. Or if I add 35 marks in this 40% marks, I would have passed. Another student is there. Another student is there who scored 55% marks and got 40 marks more than minimum marks to pass. That means 55% marks and 40 marks more than. More than means like some positive thing. So if I add these 40 marks into this becomes 55%. Now you can solve this thing. There is a difference of 15% here. There is a difference of 75 here. So 15% is equal to 75. 1% is equal to 75 upon. So 100% is equal to 500. That means total marks is of 500. Now you can find out anything. If you want to find out the passing marks, how you can find out? You can simply find out the 40%. That means 200 plus 35. 235 is the answer. Find the pass percentage. So pass percentage means passing marks is 235. So passing marks is 235 out of 500 in 200. This is your passing percentage. This is your passing percentage. The next question, the maximum marks, just a minute. The maximum marks in an examination was 600. Rohit get 25% less marks than Sajan and Sajan get 20% more marks than Sanam. And Ronit get 10% more marks than Rohit. If Rohit get 495 marks, what percent of marks this did Sanam get? How to improve in understanding the language of question? See, the understanding for solving a question will come along with the practice. That will come along with the practice. How come 235? Total marks was 500 and passing marks was 40% plus 35. So what is the 40% of 500? 200. And if you add 35 into that, that becomes 235. Another question is again a simple one. Rohit get 25% less marks than Sajan. Rohit 25% less than Sajan. This is given. And Sajan gets 20% more marks than Sanam. Sajan get 25% more marks than Sanam. Now the third statement is, and Ronit get 10% more marks than Rohit. Some Ronit is there. He is getting 10% more than Rohit. If Ronit get 495 marks, Ronit get 495 marks, then what percent of marks this Sanam get? I hope the question looks some dubious character, because I'm not getting like what exactly they are asking. Hopefully they are asking with respect to Ronit, like with respect to Ronit, how much marks Sanam get. Hopefully how much percent of marks Sanam get. Hopefully they are asking this question. Now I hope you can solve this problem, this kind of problem. See, Ronit get 10% more marks than Rohit. This is given to us. So if suppose Rohit get X marks, or you can take 100 anything. So how much Ronit will get? Ronit will get 110% of X or not? He get 110% of X. And why 110%? Because Ronit is getting 10% more marks than Rohit. 10% more marks than Rohit. That means if Rohit is X, Ronit is 110% of X. Already we have done more. Percent more means addition. Already we have done all this thing. So if Rohit is X, Ronit is 110% of X. What is given? The marks of Ronit is given 495 is equal to 110 upon 100 into X. Can we find out the value of X here? 495 upon 110. This will give us X value 4. 5 is left 5. X become 450. That means the marks of Rohit become 450. And Rohit is getting 25% less than Sajan. Rohit is getting 25% less than Sajan. So can we decode this sentence? Can we decode this sentence? Yes, we can decode the sentence. And the sentence is what? Okay. What is the sentence? Rohit is getting 25% less than Sajan. So if suppose Sajan marks is S, what is the Rohit marks? Rohit marks will be 25% less than Sajan. That means I can say that Rohit marks is 75% of Sajan marks. Rohit marks are 75% of Sajan marks. So we know the Rohit marks is 450. This becomes 75 or 3 by 4. 75% means 3 by 4 of Sajan marks. So Sajan marks become 450 into 4 upon 3. This becomes 600. This becomes 600. Yes, this is a lengthy one. This is a lengthy one. You cannot, okay, let me think of some better way. Because one way is you can find out this kind of thing and you can find out the value. You can find out the value simply. But can we have better? Whenever you write any question here, always give the option and all. Because many times we have seen with the help of option, sometimes it's become very easy. Sometimes it's become very easy. So whenever you are asking any question, it's request to you, please give the option also, because I might sense, because I told you on the first class, which option is correct is more important rather than the correct answer. So this is the way of finding out and the answer. But the thing is that, can we have better way? We can have some better way. Let me think of once. Rohit 25% less than Sajan. Sajan get 25% more marks than Sanam. Okay. Then Rohit, this Ronit marks are given 10% more than Rohit. Okay, this is 10% more than Rohit. So we can find out the Rohit marks. Rohit is 25% less than Sajan. So we are finding out Rohit marks is 75% of Sajan, 3 by 4. So this become 4, 3, 150, 600. That means Sajan marks become 600. And now Sajan get 25% more marks than Sanam. So I can say that if Sanam marks is X, Sajan marks will be, okay, Sajan marks will be 125% of Sanam marks. Sanam marks. So we know the Sajan marks. Sajan marks are 600. This is 125 upon 100 into Sanam marks. We will cancel out this thing. So this become 600 into 100 upon 125. Now we can cancel out all this thing. This become 4, this become 5. This become 480. This become 480. Now what is the question? The question is, what percent of marks did Sanam get? Hopefully they are asking with respect to Ronit. Hopefully they are asking with respect to Ronit. So Ronit got 495 and Sanam got some 480. Now if they are asking with respect to each other, then we can give the answer here accordingly. Sir, we can do it direct. Okay, yes, we can do it direct also. Again, let me think about the question. Can we do it in better way? Okay, the total marks is given, the maximum marks of examination is given. So hopefully they are asking with respect to the maximum marks. So out of 600, Sanam got 480. So we can do it from here. Rohit get 25% less marks than Sajan. Okay. Sajan get 20% more marks than Sanam. Okay. And Ronit got 10% more marks than Rohit. If Ronit got 495 marks, what percent of marks? Okay, I think this is the one way of solving this thing. Probably we can this is the one way of solving the problem. You can simply, whatever question is telling, you can simply, according to the question, according to the language, you are answering it and you will find out the answer. You will find out the answer. But it's a request, please always give the option so that we are in the better position to solve this. Another question is, the population of a country in 2019 is increased by X%. in 2020 because of COVID, okay, in such a way after that y% the population is equal to this, can't be determined. How to solve this type of question and what should be the correct answer for this question? The correct answer, this question already I have taken in the class. I think the same question you are asking. The same question you are asking. The question which we have taken, I have given the explanation also. The correct answer was x should be more than y. X should be more than y. And what was the case? The case was like if anything was 100, is become 125. So increment is of 25, but I can say increment is of 25%. Increment is increment of 25%. Now, when decrement is also 25, but when we find out the percent will be less here. And why percent will be less? Because base is changed. Initially base was 100, now base become 125. So how much decrement is there? Now decrement is 25 upon 125. That means only 20%. So answer will be what? Answer will be here, I can say the x will be more than y always. X will be more than y. Next question is, in an IBPS examination, 20% candidate were found ineligible, 40% of the eligible candidate belong to general category, and 20% of total candidate. Okay, another a good one. Let's solve this thing. The language is important. In an IBPS clerk examination, suppose total student was 100%. Now 20% found ineligible. 20% found ineligible. That means now only 80% are eligible. Only 80% are eligible. Out of this 80%, 40% of the eligible candidate belong to general category. Now 40% belong to general category. And listen carefully, the next language is 20% of total, not 20% of eligible. What they are giving? 20% of total. Here they were giving that 40% of eligible candidate. So when you find out 40% of eligible candidate, this becomes 32%. But the next sentence is not 20% of eligible, but they are saying 20% of total candidate. So 20% of total become what? Direct 20%, not 20% of eligible. This is the trick here which you have to understand. Now, the 20% of total candidate belong to OBC category. Now they are OBC category, they are general category. If 93,800 eligible candidate belong to scheduled caste. Now some data is given 93, they belong to scheduled caste. Then how many candidates applied for the examination? Okay, again, the question is not complete here. There should be one more line added here. If only 3 categories are there. If only 3 categories are there. Because if you consider any other category like ST here, you cannot solve this problem. You cannot solve this problem. This problem can only be solved if we assume that only 3 categories are there. Which 3 categories are there? general category, OBC category, SC category. Suppose if another category, ST category are there, we cannot solve this problem. So the proper question should be, either it will be in sheet or anywhere, the proper question should be, if only 3 category are there, then we can solve it. How we can solve it? They are 32%, out of 80%, they are 32, they are 20, so definitely they become how much? You can add 52%, how much is left? That means they are 28%. They are 28%. How this 28% is coming? Because they are 32% general category, OBC 20%, then what is left? Out of 80%, 52% is done, this general and OBC, that means 28% is left. Now you can say that 28% is equal to 93800. You can find out 1%, you can find out the 100%, and whatever they are asking, you can answer that. You can answer that. Okay, even though the question is from sheet, we have to make it more correct because the language is not complete here. The language is not complete here. We have to make sure that the language should be, there should be one line here, if only 3 category are there. If only 3 category are there, then only we can answer such kind of question. Otherwise, such question cannot be answered. Next question is, a number is completely divisible by 25. Then the result become 1/5 of second number. Dekho, don't get confused here. See here, be here. Suppose total is equal to x. Total is equal to x. Okay? Be here. Suppose total is equal to x. Out of this x, 80% are eligible. So I can say 80% of x are eligible. Now, the condition given are, what is the case? Okay, can this question again be shown to me because it's not visible now? This question, the previous one. Please pose that question because I think see, that's why I always take a doubt together. The reason being is because everybody has solved the problem. Now everybody know the thing. And when I take the question, they understand. Suppose some people solve, some not solve. In that case, what is the problem? Again, if they have not solved the sheet, then in that case, it's become problem for them to understand. So it's better we will take one day to solve the sheets. Whatever doubt you will have, we will take it together. That will be the better thing. Otherwise, the whole agenda will be, like a today agenda was some percentage and profit and loss and CISI, that will be defeated. Don't worry, but please pose this question again. What was the language of the question? Yes, in an IBPS exam, The question given was 20% candidate were found ineligible. That means 20% was not eligible, so only 80% is eligible. This is given in the question. Now, next part is 40% of eligible candidate. So see, very careful here. 40% of eligible candidate. That means suppose I'm talking about general category. I'm talking about general category. So 40% of eligible. So 40% of eligible become how much? Simply we can say 40 upon 100 into this value. And this value is like this. We can cancel out this thing. This thing become 32 upon 100 into x. Or I can say 32% of x. I can say this thing or not. And this thing I have done here, if suppose total is 100%, eligible become 80%, eligible become 80%. So now general category become 40% of this thing. So 40% of this become how much? 10% become 8, 40% become 32. I hope this is clear to everybody. Now, the second part of the question, is 20% of the total candidate belong to OBC category. So now they are not talking about the eligible candidate, they are talking about the 20% of total. And if you look very carefully, I have not taken the 20% of this. I have taken the 20% of total. That's why I have written here 20% of OBC. Otherwise, if I have taken 20% of this, I would have written 16% here or not. Because 20% of this is 16%. But since I have taken 20% of total, so this is shown as 20% because total are 100%. Are you getting my point or not? If you do here, this OBC become 20% of X. 20% of X. So that means out of eligible, 80% eligible candidate, 32% are from general category. And from where this 32 is coming? Because 40% of this. So this become 32%. And now they become 20% of total. And total is 100% out of this 20%. So now if you see how much is left, out of 80%, 32% is of general category and 20% is of OBC category. If you add both the values, this become what? This become 52%. So out of 82%, if 52% is from general and OBC, how many are left? How much is left? 28% is left. Simple mathematics. 32, 20 plus 28 become 80%. Total become 80%. So now this 28% is equal to this, and from here you can find out the answer. Tell me still if you have a doubt. Tell me still if you have a doubt. Question are not difficult. Language are difficult. Question are not difficult. Language are difficult. Okay, we can do one thing. We can plan on that note, SC should not be 48%, sir, because we are taking 20% from 100%. Okay, if you read the question very carefully, what is written in the question? If 93,800 eligible candidate eligible candidate they are talking about, not the total candidate they are talking about. If the question was given 93,800 from total, then it can be different. But they are talking about 93,800 out of eligible candidate. So that's why we have taken these two and subtracted from 80. So this becomes 28%, not 48, because they are out of eligible. You can see the language of the question. You can see the language of the question. Somebody is asking, sir, 20% of candidates, some ineligible. See, actually, listen carefully. Just be here. Just give me 1 and 2 minutes. Your all doubt will be clear. Actually, this is the language of the question. They are not talking about, they are talking about a number. They are talking about a number. Let's take an example here. Let's take an example here. Forgot about everything here. Just talk about only percentage. Okay, let's make another figure here, very clear figure. Just be here. Suppose total candidate suppose become 1,000. Suppose become 1,000. I'm taking an example to explain this thing. Out of this, suppose 800 are eligible candidate. Now, out of this 800, 320 are from general category, and 200 from OBC. I'm taking an example, 200 from OBC. 320 to 200, 520. How much is left? 280 are left from the general, SC category. SC category. Suppose this is a question. I am not giving in percentage form. I am giving in a data form. I am not giving in percentage form. I am giving in data form. Listen carefully. Everything will be answered. Just listen carefully. Suppose this is the data which is given. It's not about the question. This data is given. Okay? Out of 1,000, suppose in an examination, 1,000 students are there. 800 are eligible. Fine. Out of this eligible, the general category 320 are there, OBC 200 are there, and rest are from SC category. Okay? This is the question. Now suppose I have to frame the same question in percentage form. I have to frame, now don't write anything, just be here, then only you will understand. Now suppose I have to frame this question in percentage form. What I will frame? Listen carefully. I will frame question like this. In an examination, out of total, 20% are ineligible. What I will say? Out of total, 20% are ineligible for exam. Okay? This is the first language. The second language will be, now listen carefully. How can they give the data? See, this is a number. This number can be shown in percentage form. This is a number. This number can be shown in percentage form. Now, this percentage can be with respect to this, or this percentage can be with respect to this, but the number is not going to change. If suppose I am giving the data with respect to this, what I will say? I will say out of eligible candidate, 40% candidate are from general category. Out of eligible candidate, 40% are from general category. This is the one line I can frame. Or I can frame the data like this. See, this 320 is not going to change. And if you add all three values, this will become 800. This is 320. From where 320 is coming? The 40% of this value. 40% of this value, 320 is coming. I hope nobody has doubt here. Now think about, can I say the same statement like this? Out of total, the general category is 32%. Out of total, the general category is 32%. And if you calculate 32% of this data, that will also come as 320 or not? That will also come as 320. So this is the way how we can represent the data. That doesn't mean that if I'm calculating 32% of this, that means eligible and ineligible both are coming. That doesn't mean that. That only means that you can show this value with respect to this or with respect to this. If you are giving the question with respect to this, you will say the general category is 40% of eligible. If you are giving this data with respect to this, you will say the general category is 32% of total. This is 40% of eligible or 32% of total. The data is not going to change. Data will remain 320. And if you add all three, it will be 800. That means we are talking about the eligible candidate only. We are talking about the eligible candidate only, but yes, the data is given in, the percentage can be given in a different format. The percentage can be given in a eligible format, or the percentage can be given in a total format. Are you getting my point or not? This value is not going to change. This is something like, suppose in class 10th, out of 600, you got 300 marks. Out of 600, you got 300 marks. Or suppose class 12th. Class 12th, out of 600, you got 300 marks. And if suppose I start comparing with respect to 10th marks, which was of 500, so what I will say? Here I will say, you are getting 50% of total marks of class 12th. Or I can say, you are getting 60% of total marks of class 10th. The marks is not going to change. Only the percentage is going to change. This marks will be still class 12th marks. This marks will be still class 12th marks. If you are comparing with this, you cannot say, so this is class 10th marks now. No, it will be still be class 12th marks itself, but they can give this data in different format. So this data, like suppose this, what I can say? I can say either some percentage of this, either like 25% of eligible, 25% of eligible, or I can give this data 20% of total. The data is not going to change. Data will be 200 and 200 of eligible itself. But it is given in two respects. One is with respect to this, or another is with respect to this. The percentage is changed. So that if I am taking 20% of total, that doesn't mean that the eligible and ineligible both are coming. Like for example here, if you are comparing class 12th marks with respect to class 10th marks, you cannot say, sir, now this become class 10th marks. You are just comparing. You are just giving data in different format, nothing else. I hope this answered your question. Yes, it's to trick the students so that they are not able to solve, they make mistake. That's why this kind of question are there. Now, still anybody have doubt? You can ask me. Still if you have a doubt, I hope I made it more clear. This is just the way to give the data. So many examples. Suppose you have 200 rupees. I have 500 rupees. Okay, now. So this data is only out of eligible only. But it is given in different format. Red fish I will solve, don't worry. I hope this is making sense now. I am explaining, don't worry. First tell me, देखो वही दिक्कत है ना, when I am talking about percentage, you are talking about geometry. When I will come to the geometry, you will talk about percentage. So I am asking about this. Please tell me first this thing, whether this is clear or not. Then I will come to the homework also. Don't worry for that. Don't worry for that. Total candidate is equal to eligible candidate. No, that doesn't mean that. Total candidate is not equal to eligible candidate. No. This is the wrong thing you are assuming. What will be the answer? You can solve it. You can solve it. It was coming as 28% is equal to some 93,800. You can find out the 1% value, and then you can find out the 100% value upon 28, and you can find out the 100 that you can find out. What is the answer? Can you solve this thing? Can you solve this thing and tell the answer? The 100% is equal to 93800 upon 28 into 100. Just solve this thing. Yes, answer will be B. You can solve it. I am not sure. See, again I am repeating, any data can be represented in two forms. One is number form, another one is percentage form. Another one is percentage form. They can give the data like this. Out of eligible, 25% is OBC. They can give like this. But to make it more complicated, they have given out of eligible, 20% are of total is from OBC. 20% of total is from OBC, 20% of total. So they are giving in a different format. Okay. Please to take a doubt class on Monday. Yes. What I am saying is, please solve the sheet so that on Monday we will take the doubt of the percentage. No issue with that. ठीक है ना? But please solve the sheet, class sheet, because yes, it's become difficult for me. Because I have some agenda for today class and it's got delay, and that's create problem for you guys also. If you are solving by X method, then you can say that 20% of 80% of X is equal to 93800 if you are solving by X. So of means multiplication, percent means 100, 28. Okay, 100, and now you can find out directly value of X. You can find out directly value of X here. Yes, if you are solving by X, you can do like this way. So we will solve the sheet on Monday, all the problems. Fine. You can solve once, and then it will be better to take the questions, to take your doubt session on Monday. And next time we will do like this way. Once chapter is over, you will get your sheet, take your 1 or 2 day time, and then we will do a doubt session together, because so that you will solve the sheet. So that you will solve the sheet. Fine. It will be better for you, better for me also. ठीक है ना? So what we can do is, from next time, we will do it together. Okay, now yesterday I have given the problem. Many people are asking, sir, how to solve that? Again a classical question, again a topic where till now they haven't asked the question. Now there are high chances they will ask question. I'm not sure, like they can ask this year, they can ask next year, or probably next to next year, but they will ask on such problem. The question was, out of 200 fishes, 99% are red fish. 99% are red fish. This was given. Out of 200 fish, 99% are red. So total and red fish, total is 200. 99% means 198 are red fish. The question was, how many red fishes should be removed so that red fish now become 98%? Okay. Now what is the problem with our thinking is, what we will think? We will think that I will remove 2 fish from here, they become 196, and now I can say that this is 98% of total. 98% of total. Okay, that Rohit and Ronit question somebody is asking. Again, I need to check the question. I forgot that question. Might be possible sometime whenever we are writing, see, it's very easy to solve on a paper. Sometimes it's happen when I solve the question on a board, वैसे होता है चमकता ही नहीं हम लोग को. The reason being is because you are solving it live. So it might possible I have missed something there and I am not able to see any short method. But don't worry, I will again check that question and we can solve it. No issue with that. Yes, there should be some shortcut. There can be some shortcut. No issue with that. But the thing is that sometimes it's happen when I'm writing anything on the board, might be a single statement I miss, and because of that I am not able to see the shortcut. So yes, definitely it's possible. There should be some shortcut. I'm okay with that. That's why once I see, because see, it's very easy to solve the question on a pen and pencil or with a pen and pencil on paper, because your whole concentration is there. But if anything I am writing here, my concentration is on like two sides. One is on camera, otherwise is on board. So might be I miss some small thing, and because of that I am not able to find the shortcut. But yes, shortcut is possible. So I forgot the exact question. So yes, we can do it. Don't worry. We will solve it together again. And if any shortcut will be there, see, I am always onto the shortcut. The reason being is, as soon as any question is taking more than 1 minute, if I am solving a question and if any question is taking more than 1 minute, I always change my approach. Because I know that there should be some shortcut, but yes, sometime I am not able to find out. But more than 90% time, I am able to find out the shortcut. So don't worry. Then Rohit and Ronit question, again I will check. And if any shortcut will be there, I will tell you. Okay, now this question. So what is the problem in this approach? What is the problem in this approach? Let me give an example. Suppose in this classroom, out of 200 students, 196 student or 198 student wear the red shirt. 198 student wear the red shirt. Now what happened? Suppose I ask 2 students to go out of the class. So what will happen? The red shirt student become 196. This is fine, no issue with that. And what I forgot? I forgot that the red shirt students are the part of the class. When I remove 2 red shirt students, the total number of students also decrease. Same thing here. The red fish are the part of the total fish or not? The red fish are the part of the total fishes. The red fish are the part of total fish. When I remove 2 red fish, the red fish become 196, but the total fish become now 198. I hope this is making sense. I am repeating myself. What happened? If red fish are, initially they were 198, total 200, and they are the part of this 200. They are not separate. If suppose it is given that in one jar suppose 500 fish are there, another jar, suppose some 490 fish are there, or suppose in one jar 200 fish are there, another jar, suppose 196 or 198 red fish are there, then question will be different. But what is the case? Here out of total, red fishes are 99%, that means 198. So that means they are the part of the total fish. So when you remove two red fish, what will happen? The red fish become 196 and total become 198. 198, that means I can say that 2 cannot be the answer. And why 2 cannot be the answer? Because we know that 196 is 98% of 200, not the 98% of 198. So 2 cannot be the answer. How to approach such question? There are so many ways to approach this question. One way is, suppose we are removing X fish. Suppose we are removing X fish. And when we remove X fish, the total will also decrease by X. The total will also decrease by X. So when I remove X fish, the red fish become 198 minus X. And total become 200 minus X. And now the red fish are, after the removal, 98% of total. So can I say 98% of total? So if I bring this here, this become 198 minus X, 200 minus X, 98 upon 100. Either you can solve it, no issue, and you can find out the X value. Or the better way is, by option, you can put it and you will find out which value of X will make this equal. That will be your answer. So if you put X is equal to 100, so what will happen? 198 minus 100 become 98 and 200 minus 100 become 100. That means both will be equal. So the value of X is equal to 100. I am repeating myself. Out of total 200 fish, 99% was red fish. That means out of total 200, 198 was red. If you remove anything from red, the total will also decrease, which we forgot, and that's why we will make a wrong choice. So if suppose I am removing X fish from red, so total will also decrease by X. So now after removal of X fish, the red fish become 98% of total fish. So now this become 98% of total. You can bring this here, you can solve this thing. Either you can solve or by option you can solve. Anybody have doubt here? Anybody have doubt here? You can ask if you have a doubt. Again, mark this thing. This question always revise, because I know that the question is not going to come. It might possible, it can come, it cannot come. But this concept will definitely be come. They can give question like this. In a classroom, some student are there, some has wear the some shirt, and this way they can frame the question. See, like Pratik is asking 98% of total. So 98% of total means what? What is now left? Because total is also changing. They won't give 98% of new total. They will give 98% of total, and this is hidden meaning. When you remove red, the total will decrease. The total will decrease because total is dependent on the red. So now the total is decreasing. So see, they will not say the new total or nothing like that, because it is hidden that if suppose they will give 98% of new total, then there is no craze in the question, because people will get to know something is changing into total and new total or not. And this is of hidden meaning that total is changing, and that's why they will give total only. Like when you are removing red fish, it's not possible. The total will not change. So to make it more complicated, they will not mention like new total, nothing terminology like this. They will give only total word. Anybody have doubt? Please ask. Otherwise, we will move to the profit and loss. Monday, please mark that Monday class will be doubt class. First 1 hour, I will take percentage doubt. So whatever doubt you will have, you can ask. Everybody will solve the problem. Then it's become easy for me. Then it's become easy for me to explain the thing. Okay? Now tell me, any doubt here? Okay, just one request. When I will take the mixture, please remind me this question, because in mixture, so many questions can be made with the help of this concept. Like this concept, I am teaching in percentage. I am not taking mixture here because I am giving you more time, because when you solve the sheet and all, your concept will be clear. Your concept will be clear. In this case, we can take 200 as 100%. Initial case, yes, 200 is 100%. Okay, so please remind me when I will take the, because so many concepts are with respect to this thing. So sometime I remember like I have taken, because if many classes are going on, so sometime is a strike, okay, because some classes I will take this concept in percentage, and some classes I will take this problem in the mixture. And why I am doing this thing is depend on you guys. It's depend on the class response. If class are very like a much understanding, their concept are clear and all, then I will take it in the percentage itself. But when they are taking time, when they need more time, then I will take in the mixture. Don't worry, but definitely I will take. Just remind me when I will start mixture. Okay, let's make class light because so many heavy concepts we have done. Let's do some puzzles and then we will start the profit and loss. Then we will start the profit and loss. Okay, now come here, write down a question. A bacteria double itself every minute. A bacteria double itself every minute. Because of this, a bucket is filled by bacteria in 60th minute. A bucket is filled by bacteria in 60th minute. What is the question? A bacteria double itself every minute. That means if bacteria is 1, suppose 1 unit bacteria is there, next minute they become 2, next minute they become 4, then next minute they become 8, and they double itself every minute. And because of this, suppose a balti or bucket is there, that bucket is filled with bacteria at 60th minute. The question is, at what minute the bucket was 1/4 filled? At what minute the bucket was 1/4 filled? Option are 59th minute, 58th minute, 30th minute, 15 minutes. The question is what? A bacteria double itself every minute. A bucket is filled because of this property of bacteria at 60th minute. When bucket was one fourth filled, at what time, at what minute the bucket was 1/4 filled? Everybody becomes smart. Okay. Yes, everybody is giving the correct answer. Everybody is giving the correct answer. The correct answer is I think the online class increases your efficiency, because in offline classes my experience with this question is very poor. Many people struggle to find out the answer here. But here everybody is giving the correct answer. That's great. Okay. So, do I need to explain or is fine? Because everybody has given the correct answer. I think it's fine now. We can do it. A simple thing, double every minute. That means, suppose this bottle is there, this is filled. So just 1 minute before, what was the case? Just 1 minute before, the bottle was half filled or not? The bottle was half filled. Why 1 minute before bottle was half filled? Because suppose at 59 minutes, this bottle was half filled. 59 minutes, the bottle was half filled. So next minute what will happen? Next minute bacteria become double and it's become complete fill or not? So that means just 1 minute before the bottle was half filled. I am repeating myself. This bottle is there. Suppose this is half filled at 59 minutes. Next minute what will happen? At 68th minute, the bacteria double and they become full fill. That means just 1 minute before, the bacteria was half filled. Are you getting my point or not? I am repeating, just 1 minute before, the bacteria or the bottle was half filled. Are you getting my point or not? Because at 59, it was half filled. At 60, it's become double and it's full fill. Okay? So that means if it was full filled at 60th minute, at 59, it was half filled. It was half filled. And just 1 minute before, what will happen? Half of half. So think about, at 58 minute, what will happen? At 58 minute, it was 1/4 filled. 59 minute, it's become double. So 1/4 का double करें कितना होगा? Half. And then next minute again double. That means half का double करेंगे, it's become fulfilled. It's become fulfilled. So if every minute is doubling, suppose this is a bucket, and when there is 100 bacteria, when there is 100 bacteria, this bucket is filled. This bucket is filled. Suppose when this bucket is filled, when 100 bacteria are there. So I can say that 100 bacteria is there at 68th minute because this bucket is filled there. This bucket is filled there. Now what will happen at 59 minute? There was 50 bacteria or not? Why 50 bacteria? Because if 59 minutes, 50 bacteria was there, half bacteria was there, next minute they become double. Next minute they become double. So can you tell me what will happen at 58 minutes? 58 minutes, 25 bacteria will be there or not? And why 25 bacteria? Why 25 bacteria? Because see, 58 minutes, 25 bacteria, 59 minutes, double of this, then 60th minute, double of this. Every minute doubling. This is called as compounding effect. This is called as compounding effect. Okay. Now this was a simple one. Now a difficult one from profit and loss. This is Shakuntala Devi puzzle which I am going to take. Now Shakuntala Devi is very famous because the movie has came and so many documentary has also came on Shakuntala Devi. But there's two books of Shakuntala Devi, Puzzles to Puzzle You, some 70-80 rupees book. And whenever I get time, I love to solve this book. Puzzles are given. And many times I have seen UPSCs directly asking puzzle from that book. Okay? Some concepts are also required. So if suppose any difficult concept they are asking, you can leave that part. Otherwise, most of the problem you can solve. And don't think so is for the mathematics. It's for the overall exercise of your brain. So the total, like I told you, 360-degree development will happen when you start solving with the conceptual way. When you start solving with the help of x, with the help of x, y, z, any variable, with the traditional method, then you are learning math. But when you are solving math with the help of concept, then you are, I can say, I won't tell this as a learning of math, I tell this as a exercising of your brain. And when you do exercise of your brain, this will not only help you in the mathematics, this will help you in the GS part, in the comprehension part, in the reasoning part, in the answer writing, because everywhere aptitude are required. Everywhere aptitude are required. So generally you can purchase that book if you have a time. I'm not saying leave your GS and now start solving Shakuntala Devi. Okay, I'm doing the exercise, but you can do it like, suppose you are traveling somewhere by like a bus or by train or by, generally I love all this thing, all this kind of activity. Whenever I am traveling, I'm doing, suppose I'm sitting on a car and I'm doing all this activity. Whenever I have time, I have downloaded so many brain game and I try to play that game. Okay? That will help me to understanding the things. It's not about mathematics only. Again, I'm repeating. It's not about maths. Whenever I'm teaching maths, it's not about only maths. It's all about the overall development of your brain. When you're putting a logic, is logic, getting wrong logic is no issue with that. You can be corrected. But not doing anything is a problem. Suppose you are asking a question, sir, 20% of total, 20% of eligible. Good, you are doing something, some exercise you are doing. You have doubt. You have very good doubt. Okay, sir, now this when I'm taking 20% of total, eligible, ineligible, both are coming. Okay, na? So I always say you are thinking 360 degree. And no issue with a wrong statement, no issue with a wrong concept. I can correct that thing. But not doing anything is a problem. So I always solve this kind of brain game. I always love to solve Sudoku. Still I am solving Sudoku whenever I have time. And the reason is simple. The reason is because whenever I get time, whenever, suppose after this class I will go home by cab. Okay. So in that cab, I start solving something. Instead of wasting time here and there and Facebook and here and there, I always try to do all this thing. So it's my request to all you guys also. The Shakuntala Devi you can search and you can find out, I think, Puzzle to Puzzle You. Puzzles to Puzzle You. The book name is Puzzles to Puzzle You. So you can find out the book or you can search by name. When I purchased 2-3 years back, the cost was around some 70-80 rupees. Now the cost might be some 100 rupees, not more than that. Okay? You can go and find out. Now 2 books are there. Initially only 1 books were there. Now 2 books are there. So you can purchase that book whenever you have time. You can start solving. And if you're not purchasing also, you can get it online. Now you can download it and you can start doing. Okay, next problem. Again a very tricky, very conceptual problem. And this problem can come in the examination. The reason is very simple. Classical problem of profit and loss. Okay. Now, be here. Listen very carefully. A shopkeeper is there. Suppose Mr. A. Shopkeeper is there, Mr. A, who is selling bicycles. Who is selling bicycle. Because of COVID, the shops were closed. The shops were closed. So when restriction was over, so he thought, let's sell the bicycle on a cost price. At least whatever like inventory I have, let's clear some inventory, and to attract the more customer, let's sell bicycle on a cost price. So he want to sell his bicycle. Suppose the cost price of bicycle is 4,500 rupees, and he want to sell that bicycle to 45 rupees itself, so that let's clear some inventory. He's thinking like that. On that day, a customer, suppose Mr. B, who is a tourist, come to Mr. A. What happened? Mr. A is selling a bicycle. Cost price of bicycle is 4,500 rupees. A tourist B came to Mr. A and he selected one bicycle which cost price was 4,500 rupees. So the deal was done. Mr. B asked to give the bicycle. So Mr. A said, how you are going to make the payment? Whether by cash or by card? So Mr. A said, I don't have cash and card because I am coming from foreign country, but I have some checkbook which I can give you and I can put the amount there. Now Mr. A was said, sir, we won't accept checkbook because I don't have bank account. But since Mr. B insisted, and there was no sale because of COVID, because of COVID, Mr. A agreed, okay, let's give me check and I will give you the bicycle. Listen carefully. What happened? He is selling the bicycle. I am giving the statement only to confuse you, nothing else. I am making deliberately very long. And UPSC are doing the same thing. Mr. A is selling the bicycle at cost price because of COVID and all. He want to clear the inventory. Mr. B came, selected the cycle, but he don't have cash or card because he is a foreign traveler. Fine. He is a foreign traveler, so he don't have cash or card. But he has some check. And he asked to take the check and give the bicycle. Mr. A said, I don't have bank account. But finally, since no sale was there, Mr. A agreed. Then Mr. B said, I don't have 4,500 check. I have 5,000 rupees check. I have 5,000 rupees check. Mr. A said, okay. Now, since Mr. A don't have bank account, but the nearby shop of Mr. B, who is a close friend of Mr. A, now Mr. B has bank account because he is a big trader. He is a big trader of that particular reason. So now he is a big shopkeeper, so he has a bank account. Mr. A went to the Mr. B and asked to accept 5,000 rupees check. Mr. B agreed because Mr. A was a close friend. And Mr. B given 5,000 rupees cash. 5,000 rupees cash. Mr. A gave cycle to B B has taken the cycle along with the 500 rupees back. Along with the 500 rupees back. Why 500 rupees back? Because the cost price or selling price both are same, and that was 4,500. 4,500. Now Mr. B went somewhere. This picture is over. I hope till now everything is clear. Next day, when Mr. B went to the bank, he found that there was some mistake in checkbook. There was some mistake in checkbook, and bank is not accepting this. Okay? Or there was a check was bounced. We can say the check was bounced next day. Mr. B put this check into the bank and check was bounced. And because of that, Mr. B came to Mr. A and asked to return the 5,000 rupees which Mr. B gave to Mr. A. So when check was bounced, Mr. A gave 5,000 rupees back to Mr. B and taken the checkbook and taken the bounced checkbook of 5,000 rupees and taken the bounced check of 5,000 rupees. Now, the question here is, in this whole process, what is the loss of Mr. A? What is the loss of Mr. A? In this whole process, what is the loss of Mr. A? I am repeating the question. He is selling a bicycle of 4,500 rupees. Mr. B came, given the check of 5,000. A has went to the Mr. B, given the check, taken 5,000 cash, given back bicycle along with the 500 rupees cash. Next day, the check was bounced. Now Mr. A has to return 5,000 rupees back to Mr. B, which Mr. B was given, and he has taken the bounce check. Now the whole question is, in whole process, what is the loss to Mr. A? Okay, many people are giving 10,000, some are giving 9,500. Some are giving 10,500, 10,000. Yes, give the answer of this question. Okay, only one correct answer till now. Only one correct answer till now. Okay, now that is also not correct. Wait, yes, only one correct answer I am able to see. Yes, now 2, 3 correct answer are there. Yes. Now people are able to solve. Yes. Great. The aim is not to get the correct answer. The aim is whether you are participating it or not. If you are participating, my job is done. ठीक है? Giving a wrong answer is no issue. ठीक है ना? Giving a wrong answer is no issue. But not trying, sitting idle. Many people are doing, okay, अभी सर बताएंगे ना, let's wait for some time. Why to waste our energy? ठीक है? Why to use your brain? Let's wait for some time. Now sir will tell after 5 minutes, 10 minutes. कब तक नहीं बताएंगे सर? सर तो बताएंगे ही. ठीक है? Yes, Yogendar is correct answer. Many correct answers are now coming. Okay, before this, let's take an example. Suppose I have 2,000 rupees note. Suppose it is an offline class. Now listen carefully, don't give the answer. Listen carefully. Now suppose I have 2,000 rupees note. Okay, there is some cut on the note. There is some cut on the note, and because of that, no shopkeeper is accepting that note. Okay, no shopkeeper is accepting that note. Okay, there is some cut on the note. Now, what happened? One day, one of the students came to me. Since I discussed this in the class, I got some 2,000 note, and there is some cut on the note, and nobody is taking that note from me. So one student came to me and he asked, sir, give me that note. Listen very carefully. Give me that 2,000 rupees note and take me 2,000 rupees, and I will do something with that note. What happened? I have some 2,000 rupees note, some cut on the note, and nobody is taking that note, and nobody is giving me anything for that particular 2,000 note. One student came to me, since I have discussed whole incident in the class. One student came to me and he asked me, sir, give me that 2,000 rupees note. You can take me 2,000 rupees. And my father has shop, like my father has some shop. I will do something, I will give it to someone. Okay? So I have given 2,000 rupees to him. The note which is some cut is there. And he has given me original 2,000 rupees note which has no cut. Okay? Now what happened? After 4-5 days, the student again came back to me and he said, sir, I tried, but nobody is taking that particular note where there is a cut. So can you please take that note and give me back my 2,000 rupees? Give me back my 2,000 rupees. Since that was a student, so I have to accept, okay, no issue. Just give me my note back and you can take your 2,000 original note. So what happened? That guy is given me 2,000 rupees note, which has cut, and taking the original 2,000 rupees. Now in this whole process, tell me, is there any loss to me? Is there any loss to me? If I say no, why there is no loss? Because that 2,000 note which has some cut belong to me. That 2,000 rupees note which has some cut belong to me. And I have given that note to somebody. Now that again came back to me and I have given the original note back. So there is no loss to me. But from where I got that 2,000 rupees note, might be there is some loss. Might be there is some loss. But in this transaction there is no loss. Why there is no loss? Because that note, the note which has some cut belonged to me, and it again came back to me. So if I remove this case, don't think about this case now. Don't think about this transaction between A and B. Think about, sorry, this is suppose C. This is B, this is C. Suppose, think about transaction between A and C. What happened? That 5,000 check which bounced belonged to Mr. A. That person given 5,000 cash. Next day the check bounced. Again check came back to this person. So there is no loss in this particular case if we not consider this case. If I am talking about these two cases, there is no loss. Now the question is, from where this 5,000 rupees check is coming? this 5,000 rupees check is coming. The fake 5,000 rupees check is from where this is coming. Might be there will be some loss. Might be there will be some loss because there is no exchange of anything here. Only money exchange, and next day that money again came back to same person, or that check came back to same person. So there is no loss in this particular case. But yes, from where this check is coming, might be there is some loss. So I have to consider that from where this check is coming. So if now I have to see the transaction between Mr. A and Mr. B. So if you see the transaction of Mr. A and B, what happened? What Mr. B has taken? Mr. B has taken a bicycle of 4,500 rupees. Mr. B has taken a bicycle of 4,500 rupees. And what else he has taken? 500 rupees in cash. So a bicycle and 500 rupees in cash, this is the actual loss. This is the actual loss. From where this checkbook is coming. From where this checkbook is coming. So actual loss is of how much? Actual loss is of 5,000 rupees. Actual loss is of 5,000 rupees. Now, I know that many of you still have doubt. Many of you still have doubt. So, what is how we can approach this question? I told you, take some Digin, again think about this, and then you are able to digest this question. Because this is not an easy one. It's a bit difficult, bit logical, but think logically. Until and unless you are not giving anything, only the exchange of money, and that again money come back to same person, there is no loss. In this case, only the loss is here. The actual loss in this case will be 5,000 rupees. Actual loss in this case will be 5,000 rupees. Now, whatever doubt you have in this regarding this question, you can put it there. Otherwise, we will move ahead. Or if you understand, you can also write, yes sir, it's clear. Please give your response, is clear or still have doubt. Whatever is there in your mind, you can comment. Clear. Great. Great. Okay, fine. Don't write clear. Sir, what happened with check? Not clear, sir. Check is simply a loss. What happened with check? Check is simply a loss. And that loss, because instead of money he got some check. And that check, that's why we are calculating the loss. That's why we are calculating the loss. So, what is the logic here? But sir, the check with A is cut and no use of him. See, that check, that 2,000, suppose here also what happened? The check, okay, why he got that check? Think like this. Why he got that check? He got that check because he is giving something to this person or not? Because he is giving that something to this person, and that's why there is a loss. See, instead of check, if I say question like this, one day some thief came and what they have done, they have taken the bicycle and 500 rupees from the cash box. They have taken the bicycle and 500 rupees from the cash box. Both cases are equal or not? This check is what? This check simple meaning is he is not getting anything. This check means what? This check he is getting Because he is giving something to Mr. B. And what he is giving to Mr. B? Suppose you are going somewhere. Suppose you are going on a road and you got a 5,000 rupees checkbook. You got a 5,000 rupees check. Okay? You went to the bank. Suppose check is fake. So do you have any loss? Suppose you got one check on a road or one DD on a road, and that check is of 5,000 rupees. You went to the bank, or you got a 500 or anything like a suppose 2,000 rupees note on a street, and that note is fake. So can I say, do you have 2,000 rupees loss? No, I cannot say. If suppose you are going on a road, you got some check, and check is of your name, suppose your name and check, whatever is written in the check, both are same. You went to the bank and check was fake. Do you have any loss? No, you don't have loss. But suppose you got check with respect to something. You got this 5,000 rupees check with respect to something. So what will happen? That will be your loss. So you are giving this bicycle and this thing to this person, and that is your loss, and that's why you are getting that 5,000 rupees check. That's why you are getting that 5,000 rupees check. So think like this. What this Mr. A is losing, what this Mr. A is actually losing. Somebody are saying, sir, Mr. A is losing 4,500 plus 500 plus a check of 5,000. That 5,000 rupees check belonged to Mr. A initially? No. That check doesn't belong to Mr. A. What belonged to Mr. A? This 4,500 bicycle and this 500 rupees belong to Mr. A. That check he got because of this two thing. Are you getting my point or not? So what Mr. A is losing? Mr. A is actually losing a bicycle and a 500 rupees. Are you getting my point or not? Please be here, listen carefully. Mr. A is not losing this check because this check doesn't belong to Mr. A. I told you, you are going on, suppose this question was not there. Forgot this question, this part. Suppose Mr. A is going on a street, he got some check. He went to the bank and bank refused to accept that check. So can I say Mr. A lose 5,000 rupees because he potentially can get 5,000 from that check? No, I can't say. Because there is no loss in this case. Might be because of transportation and all, there might be some loss of 5 or 10 rupees because of commutation or transportation. But there is no loss on the checkbook because that check doesn't belong to Mr. A. Now the question is, how Mr. A is getting that check? Mr. A is getting that check after giving 4,500 rupees bicycle and 500 rupees which he gave to Mr. B. So the loss is what? The loss is only this much. Now in this whole process, tell me what Mr. A is losing. Mr. A is only losing two things. One actual 500 rupees and one bicycle. कुछ और भी खोया क्या? कुछ भी नहीं खोया. जो Mr. A को belong ही नहीं करता था, the check doesn't belong to Mr. A. Now I hope this is clear to everybody. Now I hope this is clear to everybody. Harshit, I hope this makes sense now. You have asked the question regarding the check and all. Great. Shruti, I think is clear to you now also. Now the confusion is clear, the check and all. Okay. Let's take a break of 10 minutes. Then we will meet again and we will start the some more question of profit and loss. Okay? Okay, some people are struggling with the fish question. So either you are vegetarian, that's why you are struggling there. Okay, okay, we will solve again, don't worry, in the last. Just a minute. Okay. So let's come to the profit and loss. Yesterday we have done some problem. Now question number second will come in your screen. You can check that. Question number second. The question is, if the cost price of 25 watches is equal to selling price of 20 watches, cost price of 25 watches is equal to selling price of 20 watch, find the profit percentage. Find the profit percentage. I will repeat the fish question in the last, in the end of the class I will repeat that, don't worry. Attempt this question. If the cost price of 25 watch is equal to selling price of 20 watch, find the profit percentage. A simple one. What the question is saying? Question is telling that cost price of 25 watch. So we can say, let's cost price of one watch is CP. Let's cost price of one watch is CP. So cost price of 25 watch become how much? 25 CP. Suppose cost price of one watch is 10 rupees. So cost price of 25 watch is 25 into 10, 250 rupees. Same logic here. Less the cost price of one watch is CP. So cost price of 25 watch is 25 CP. And this is equal to selling price of 20 watch. Same logic. Selling price of 20 watch. Now can I say like this? CP upon SP barabar 20 upon 25. Many people make mistake here. Many people make mistake here. What they will do, CP upon SP barabar 25 upon 20. Listen carefully, this is cross multiplication. The SP will come, this will come in denominator, and when this 25 will go, this will go in denominator. So this will become 20 upon 25, 4 upon 5. From this CP upon SP 4 upon 5, I can say that CP, what is this means? This means is, if CP is 4 times, SP is 5 times. CP is 4 times, SP is 5 times. That means if CP is suppose 20, SP is 25. If CP is 100, SP is 125, because the ratio of 4:5 should be there. The ratio of 4:5 should be there. So the best way is, you can assume CP as 4 and SP as 5. Assume, I am saying. I cannot say that CP is equal to 4 itself. Let's assume that CP is 4, SP is 5. So what is the percent of profit? Percent of profit is equal to profit upon CP into 100. Yesterday we have done. What is profit here? 1 rupees profit, SP minus CP. 1 upon CP is 4 into 100, that will give you 25%. That will give you 25%. A simple one. A simple one. The answer will be, how much it is? 25, 20, sorry, not 25. Okay. 1 by 4, no, 25 ही आएगा, ठीक है? 25%. The answer is 25%. B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Piyush, you can make it correct. I hope now it's clear to you. The cost price of 25 item is equal to selling price of 20 item. So I have done like this. So CP upon SP is equal to 20 upon 25. It cannot be 25 upon 20. When SP will come on this side, so CP upon SP, SP will come on denominator, and this 25 will come on this side. This become 4 upon 5. So I can assume CP as 4, SP as 5, and we can solve this thing. Now, question number 5th. Question number 5th will come in your screen. Question number 5th. The question is, a toy company sold a certain amount of toy to shopkeeper. In this transaction, the profit percent is 55% of cost price. If the cost price further increase by 25% and selling price remains same, find the new profit percent. Instead of profit, your concept should be increment. Your concept should be increment. This is basic percentage problem in new term. This is basic percentage problem in new terminology, and the terminology is with respect to the profit and loss. Profit means what? As soon as the profit world will come, in your mind, what should come? Increment. As soon as the loss world will come, what will come in your mind? The decrement. Don't assume X here anything. Actually, since childhood, we have done maths like this. As soon as any problem will come, the teacher asks you, let's assume this is equal to X, let's assume this is equal to Y, and everybody start assuming X and Y, and our mind also work like that. Instead of X and Y, whatever we have discussed, if you assume like that, then it's become very easy for you guys. And there is a joke also on this. There is a joke also on this. Once there was a mathematics teacher, a school teacher, and he was taking his lunch. In his lunch, a person, when a student came to the that particular faculty or particular teacher, he saw that he has some chapatis and one bowl. What that faculty is doing, he is taking one part of chapatis and just dipping on the bowl and eating it. What that person was doing, that faculty was just taking some part of chapatis, dipping on a bowl and just eating that. And the student was surprised when he saw that there was nothing in the bowl. There was nothing in the bowl. Okay? So he asked the teacher, so there is nothing in the bowl and you are eating it. you are dipping something like this, and you are assuming something here. So he said, yes, I have assumed that there is a dal, or there is a dal in that bowl. So now the whole thing is, mathematics teacher has this tendency to assume anything. Fine. So they will assume anything. Whenever anything will come, they will assume let this is equal to x. But that is not the right approach. Okay? That is not the right approach. Okay. I told you. Now, first class, second class, third class, you are master of percentage. You are master of profit and loss. I told you, when every data is given in percentage, when every data is given in percentage, the answer is also in percentage. अब तो कुछ करना ही नहीं, आंख बंद करो, assume जो भी instead of x, you can assume equal to 100. So can I assume CP is equal to 100 here? CP is equal to 100. The SP become 155 rupees because SP is selling profit of 55%. So when profit of 55% is there, that means what? That means 55% more than CP, the SP will be 55% more than CP, that means SP become 155. Now first case. Second case, if the cost further increase by 25%. So now this is CP1, SP1. Now new CP will be 125 and SP will be remain same. SP will be remain same. Now the question is, find the new profit percent, and we know that the profit percent is what? Profit percent is equal to profit upon CP into 100. And what is profit here? Profit of 30 rupees. CP is 125 into 100 into 100. Okay, we can solve this thing. I think A should be the correct answer. A should be the correct answer. %24 is the correct answer. Anybody have doubt, you can ask. Anybody have doubt, you can ask. Yes, whosoever was getting another option, like many are getting D. D is what? D option is 30%. No, is wrong. The correct answer is 24%. I hope this is making sense. If anybody have doubt, you can ask. Great. Then question number 6. Question number 6 in your screen. Okay. The question is, Anvi sell a watch at 25% profit at cost price. If she sell at double the price, find the new percent of profit. Simple one. Simple one. Question number 6, try it, tell the answer. Tell the answer of question number 6. Okay, yes, the answer is 150%. What the question is, here also, let's CP is equal to 100. SP is equal to 125. Why 125? 25% profit. Now, if she sell it double the price, that means she was selling initially on 125. Now she is selling on double the price. So double the price means now she is selling off 250 rupees. New selling price become 250. So what is profit? 150 upon 100 into 100, that become 150%. 150%. D is a correct answer. D is a correct answer. Another type is question number 7th. See question number 7th. A bicycle seller sold a bicycle at a loss of 20%. If the selling price of bicycle has been increased by rupees 600, there would have been a gain of 12%. Then find the cost price of bicycle, try it. This kind of question is coming in the exam. This kind of question is coming in the examination. Just try this question. Okay, somebody is asking sir, double the price means double the cost price or double the selling price? See, if you see, Anvi sell a watch at 25% profit of cost price. Okay? So, she was selling 25% of cost price. That means 25% profit on cost price. That means CP was 100. So selling price was 125. Now the question is, if she sells double the price, so tell me, when you go and buy anything, suppose you went somewhere and you want to buy a mobile phone. You want to buy a mobile phone. Okay? Or suppose this, anything, marker itself, any example you can take. Suppose this marker is there. You went to any shop and you ask, give me a marker. So that person will tell you, okay, this marker is of 15 rupees. Okay? So tell me, that will be the cost price or selling price? The selling price. Whenever you go to any shop, will they tell you, this is the cost price and this is the selling price? What they will tell? They will only tell you the selling price. They will tell you, okay, this marker costs 15 rupees. The cost price can be 10, the cost price can be 5. Whenever Anvi want to sell anything, she sell on a selling price or not? She is only telling this to customer, okay, this is the selling price of this particular watch or not. Are you getting my point or not? Suppose I am selling this marker. This marker costs 15 rupees to customer. Tomorrow I want to sell it at double of the price. So definitely the double of the price of selling price or not? Double of the price means in which price I was selling, now tomorrow I want to sell on the double of that price. I want to sell on the double of that price. So they are talking about the selling price itself. Because the seller never disclosed the cost price. And it is clearly written that if she sell it double the price, so always that means whatever price she was selling yesterday, now she is selling on double of it. Is this making sense or not? And now this will come with practice also. This will come with practice also because it is in the language itself. The cost price is only given to give the answer, nothing else. Okay? And whenever you go to the shop, they will always tell you the selling price, never the like a cost price of item. Yes, discount concept is different. I will come to the discount. That's different case. But even discount price is also not the cost price. They never disclose you the cost price. They always, if they want to sell the double of, अच्छा बताओ अगर they will give double of cost price. So when you are selling double of cost price, that means 100% profit. Is there any meaning of question in that case? There is no meaning of question in that case. Or they will write like this, if she sell it double of cost price, that means double of cost price means 100% profit. Question khatam. Are you getting my point or not? So this will come with time, this will come with a question when you practice question, but it is written clearly, sell the double of the price, that means whatever she was selling yesterday, now double that price. Okay, we were discussing the question number 7. Okay, one more thing. Suppose if you are not getting anything, that doesn't mean that can you please provide the handout of the question which are being discussed now on the profit and loss in class? Like whichever question we are taking, I think it is in the screen, you can solve, you can again watch the video. I'm not sure whether, because you will get the sheet, you will get a separate handout. In that handout, whether all these questions are there or not, I'm not sure. Because generally I'm taking question from the previous year papers, from the PCS or many other state examination paper. So like you have a two thing. One is in class you are solving previous year, you are solving other state paper, and the practice sheet you will get, definitely you will get a practice sheet. That practice sheet, overall thing will be there. So you are getting two things. Okay, so you will get a practice sheet, don't worry for that. For this, I'm not sure, like you can again watch the video. Okay, the question is, a bicycle seller sold a bicycle at a loss of 20%. See, suppose this is cost price. This is cost price. This, in this line, this part is showing the cost price. A person is selling bicycle at 20% loss. That means the selling price will be less than cost price or not? I think you know the number line. In number line, if this is 0, this is positive, this is negative number, that means 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. That means if we move with this side, the number increase. If we move on back side, number decrease. So I think you know all this thing. So if I am taking cost price here, that means this side is showing the profit and this side is showing the loss. Just for understanding purpose. Okay? You can do it directly also, but this is for the understanding purpose. So that person is selling the bicycle at 20% loss. So that means the SP will be definitely 20% less than CP or not? The SP1 will be 20% less than CP or not? Or I can say SP1 will be 80% of CP, I can say or not? Okay. The second part, if the price is increased by 600 rupees, now the person is gaining 12%. That means now the person is gaining 12%. That means new CP will be, SP will be 12% more than this or not? New SP will be 12% more than this or not? And now tell me, why this miracle happen from loss to profit, from SP1 to SP2, why this miracle happen? Because the price is increased by 600 rupees. The price is increased by 600 rupees. So that means if I add 600 rupees here, the loss become profit. So can I say this 600 is equal to 32%? Can I say this 600 is equal to 32%? What is the question? Cost price. So we know that 32% is equal to 600. 1% is equal to 600 upon 32, and 100% is equal to this, because CP is what? CP is 100%. Now you can solve and you can get your answer. What is the answer? You can solve this thing and you can answer. This question is more or less same like the question, a student got this much percent marks and he failed the examination by this marks. Another student got this much percent marks and passed the exam by this mark, something like that. If you understand this question, you have to only think why from loss to profit. There was 20% loss, now 12% profit. So this 32%, why 32%? From loss to profit. Are you getting my point or not? Yes or no? Please tell me, is this clear or not? Please say yes or no. Is this clear or not? Actually, after taking offline classes, it's become habit to us like to listen yes and no. I always ask my student to say yes and no, and that in a loud way. Okay? Because that will give me energy. In online classes, what is our energy? Your yes, your no, your response, your questions. Because I am not able to see you. You are able to see me, but I am not able to see you. And when you are responding, then only I understand, okay, you are on the class. Otherwise, you might open the class, you might open the Netflix, you might open the YouTube, or you are watching the Family Man too. Okay? Or you are watching some new web series on Netflix. Then it's become problem for teacher. So please respond very loudly, yes, I understand. Okay? Because that will give us lot of energy to make it more fruitful, to take more like a better question. Why we added 12% plus 32%? Okay. See, this is something like that. Listen here carefully. Suppose anybody had 100 rupees. Suppose anybody has 100 rupees. One day, suppose I have 100 rupees, I am going somewhere and I lost 20 rupees somewhere. I lost 20 rupees somewhere. Now I have 80 rupees. Now I have 80 rupees. Okay, what happened? I have 100 rupees, I was going somewhere and I lost somehow 20 rupees. Now how many rupees I have? I have now only 80 rupees. After some distance, I got some purse. I got some purse. And because of that purse, now the total money now become how much? Because some money was there in that purse, and because of that, now I have 112 rupees. Now I have 112 rupees. What is the question? The thing is that I have 100 rupees someday. I was going somewhere and I lost somehow in the bus 20 rupees. So now I have 80 rupees. After some distance I got a purse. In that purse some rupees was there, and because of that now I have 112 rupees. So can you tell me how much rupees I got? I will tell, okay, you got some 80 to 112, that means 80, 12 here, 20 here, 32 rupees I got. Same logic here, he was in the loss of 20%. and now it's become profit of 12%. That means whatever money I am adding, this money is doing what? This money is first compensating the loss, and then after compensation of loss, making this into the profit. Making this into the profit. That means loss of 20%, then this loss, then 12% profit. So total become how much? Total become 32%. Total become 32%. I hope this making sense now. Because after adding 600 rupees, when I add 600 rupees, what will happen? This 20% loss become 12% profit. That means first this 20% loss is covered, then this 12% profit. So total become 32%. I hope this is clear now. Now question number 9 in your screen. Question number 9. Okay. As per agenda, today should be the, I think 4th class is there. Today I should start the ratio. What is the answer of the question? Please, you can solve that answer of the question. You can do the calculation part. I am not pretty much interested in calculation. 32% is equal to 600. So 100% is equal to 600 upon 32 into 100. Now solve. 8. Okay, 300, 150. 475. Then 25. 75 into 25. Okay? 75 into 25. 750, 750. Okay, one more thing. How you can multiply these two numbers without doing anything? See, whenever we are multiplying, listen carefully. Whenever we are multiplying, actually multiplication is not a basic operation. Multiplication is not a basic operation. Whenever you are multiplying, actually you are adding something. Actually you are adding something. Okay? So 2 into 3 multiplication means you are adding 2 into 3 times. You are adding 2 into 3 times or 3 into 2 times. What is the meaning of this? Adding 3 into 2 times or 2 into 3 times. This is the basic meaning. So 75 into 25 means you are adding 75 into 25 times. When you add 75 into 10 times, you will get 750. When you add 75 into 20 times, you will get 1500. Then 5 more time. So 5 more time means half of 10. So half of 750. Half of 750 means 375. So answer will be 1875. You can, if you get it, it's fine. Otherwise you can multiply. Otherwise you can multiply. Suppose it is given that 18 into, suppose 12. That meaning is adding 18 into 12 times. If I add 18 into 10 times, I will get 180. Then 2 more times, 36. 180 plus 36, 216 is the answer. So without multiplication also you can solve this thing. Okay? Any number. Suppose 45 into 21. If I add 45 into 10 times 450, 20 times 900, one more time, that means answer will be 945 without multiplication. Answer will be 945 without multiplication. Now your question will be, sir, now tell me the answer. Now tell me the answer. Beta multiply कर लो फिर. ठीक है ना? Same logic. Shortcut is not for everywhere. Shortcut is only for where we can apply this. Otherwise, I'm not asking you to forget how to multiply. I'm not asking you to forget how to multiply. I'm giving you a trick. you can multiply. Sometimes such question come and you can multiply very easily. You can answer it very easily without doing all this thing. 75, 25, all this thing. You can simply do it. Okay? Otherwise, if you still have problem here, you can multiply, no issue with that. Question number 9th. I think I have seen somewhere this question, either in UPSC examination itself or some PCS examination. Try question number 9th. Okay. The question is, a toy car was sold for rupees 171 if the percent of profit was numerically equal to the cost price of toy. Then find the cost price of toy. What is the meaning of question? Suppose if cost price is X, then profit percent is equal to X percent. That means whatever, suppose if cost price is 70, so profit percent becomes 70% and selling price is coming as 171. This is the question. The cost profit percent is numerically equal to the cost price. That means if X is equal to 70%, then profit percent is also equal to 70%. This is the question language. Now one more like a concept I am giving to you, or one more Brahma Gyan I am giving to you. Listen. Listen very carefully. This question can be best done by option. This question can be best done by option, first thing. While checking the option, remember this thing, you can note it down. While checking the option, see, the probability is what? If I don't know anything, what is the probability of each option to become a correct one? The probability of each option to become a correct one are equal or not? If I say the probability of A become correct is 25%, B also 25, C also 25, and D also 25 or not? Because, bhai, out of 4, if I don't know anything, so any option can be correct. Either A will be correct, B will be correct, C will be correct, or D will be correct. So, I assume any option can be correct. So, always I choose a number from the, like always I start with a number, always I start with the option which is easiest one. Because if probability is equal, so I don't know whether that is a correct one or not correct one. So I will start with the easiest one, because if that easiest one will be the answer, then it will be very easy for me. If not an answer, okay, I will go for the next one. Are you getting my point or not? And which option is the easiest one? In which the last digit is 0. Like suppose if any option are given like this, 45, 75, 20 and 400. So I will start with this option. Why? Because 2 0 are there. Second, I will check this. Because there is a 0 here. And then third and fourth I can do like this way. If suppose any option is given like this, 471, 475, 480, 485, I will start with this. I will start checking with this. And then second one will be in which last 5 will be there, because they are the easiest one to solve. So in this option case, I have 72, I have 90, 64, 84, and 80, sorry, 80. Suppose I am starting with 80. I am starting with 80. That means the cost price is 80 and profit is percent is also 80%. If cost price is 80 and profit percent is 80%, then SP become what? Cost price plus profit. Profit is 80% of 80, that means 64, and this become 144, I think, yes. 144, but the selling price given are 171. That means this is not the correct answer. Now tell me, do I need to check another option? No, I don't need to check another option. Why? Because when we have done 80% of 80, I am not able to reach up to the answer 171. The value is still less than 171. That means definitely the answer will be, the cost price will be more than 80, then only is possible. Because if you take any number less than 80, definitely I will not reach up to 171. Why? Because even the largest, this 80% of 80 is not able to reach 171. That means only one option is there, which is more than 80. That will be the 90, and that will be the correct answer. So again, which option is correct is more important rather than the correct answer. The correct answer will be B. Without solving, I have checked only one option and I am getting the answer. I am getting the answer. Now, this will come along with the practice. This will come along with the practice. Any doubt? Tell me. Is clear? Then question number 15, 15वां क्वेश्चन आपकी स्क्रीन पे आएगा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 15. Two Samsung phones are sold at 30,000 each. Kindly solve with the traditional method. Traditional method, suppose you take cost price as X, so profit percent will be X percent. So SP we know that CP plus profit, CP plus profit. This is coming as 171, CP is X, and we need to find out the profit percent. It will go into it will become difficult one because it will go into I think in the quadratic equation and all. It will go into the quadratic equation because this is profit X percent, this is profit percent. Let me check the question again. If the percentage of profit was numerically equal to the cost price of toy. Yes, this is X percent. So profit become what? Profit become, this is X percent of X. X percent of X means X upon 100 into X. Because SP is what? SP is CP plus profit. And profit is how much? Profit is X percent of X, and X percent means X upon 100 into X, and this become X plus X square upon 100, and it's really go to the difficult one, you have to go by the option. So better you can solve by the option itself. You can solve by the option itself. Traditional method is a difficult one because this is what coming in my mind right now. It's become difficult, so better go by the like a option, because here also you have to put the value of x, otherwise quadratic equation is difficult to solve. Then we were doing the question number 15. Two Samsung phones are sold at 30,000 each. One is sold as profit of 20%, another is sold at 20% loss. Then what is the net loss? Solve this question. Okay, the best thing is tomorrow you have time. Dekho, I'm not saying if you're not able to understand this question again, so still I am okay with that if you again ask me. So Monday I am giving you the time, you can revise throughout the things today, tomorrow, okay? And whatever doubt you will have, either whatever we have taken in the class or the sheet, okay, we will discuss. Okay? But see, don't, because if you ask randomly from this book, that book, then sometimes become problem. Okay, na? Because we also have some limitation, we also have some limited time. So what we can do, still if you have a doubt, so we will take it up, don't worry. Go again, try to find out the answer, try to solve it. If still you are not able to solve, no issue. We will do it together. Okay? Okay. So what is given here? Not the cost price, the selling price is given. So SP1 is 3,000 each, hai na? 30,000 each, sorry. 30,000 each. SP2 is also 30,000. In one case, loss is 20%, another case, profit of 20%, and we know that in such cases, always there will be a loss, and loss will be of x square of 100. Yesterday we have done this thing or not? So x square upon 100 means 20 square upon 100, that means there will be 4% loss. There will be 4% loss. Now, but they are asking the amount. They are asking the amount. How much is a loss? How much is a loss? They are asking exactly the amount. So how we can find out that amount? Because until and unless we don't know the cost price, we cannot say what is the loss percentage or what is the actual loss. So what I can say, the SP1 and SP2 total is 6,000 and CP1 plus CP2 suppose is equal to x, suppose is equal to x. Now, the overall loss is of 4%. So can I say that SP is equal to complete SP1 plus SP2, SP2 is equal to 96% of CP1 and CP2 or X, 96% of X. Why I'm saying all this thing? Because see, what is the case? Dekho, there are 2-3 ways. I will come to every way. First, let's do this way. CP1 plus CP2, total cost price is X. Total cost price is X. Now, what the question is, we are getting a 4% loss. This we know. So can I say that the combined SP1 plus SP2 is equal to 96% of CP? From where this is coming? Because there is a loss of 4%. Because there is a loss of 4%. So can we find out the value of X from here? The value of X from here is 6000 upon 96%. So this will come, 100 will come here. Now solve this thing, how much we are getting? $50, then 24, 25, then 12, 3000, 6, 1500, then directly we can cancel. $250 and 250 into 25. So 2500, 7500. Nahi, this 250, if we add 10 times, this become 2500, 20 times 5000, and then 5 times more. So if I add 250 into 5 times, it will become, to this become 6250. That means cost price is 6250 and there is a loss of 4%. So 1% is 62.5, 2% is 125, 4% is, sorry, 1% is 10%, 1%. I think everything is correct. A should be the answer, but it is coming as 4% loss. Where we are missing something? 1% become, I think the answer should be 250 or like a, okay, I think yes, this was 60,000, not 600. So 10 I am missing. So the answer will be A. The answer will be yes, is 60,000. So 10 I was missing. So answer will be A. Yes, I was missing 10. Answer will be 2500. Yes, 10 I was missing here. I have put it 10 here. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Then question number 16. Question number 16. Question number 16. Anvi sold 2 cars and the selling price of both the car are same. Yes, I got it. We have done. Hope you forgive me for that mistake. Okay, question number 16. Anvi sold 2 cars and the selling price of both the car are same. One is sold at 20% profit and another at 30% profit. What is the cost price of first car if total Okay, just wait, question is complete. Acha, ठीक है. Selling price of both the car are same is given, then we can solve it, no issue. What is the cost price of first car if the total cost price is 4 lakh? Now solve this. Please explain 4% part. Okay, I will take after the class. Just wait. Now leave that part now. Just do question number 16. Malika Sinha, I will do after the class. Like when the class will end, I will again explain that question. Don't worry. Question number 16. Try to solve this. This question can be better be solved with the help of ratio. So when we will take ratio, we will again do such kind of question. But right now, without ratio, can we solve this thing? What is the question? The question is two cars are there. Suppose first car is X, second car is Y. I will not do with X and Y. I will do in some better way. For understanding, let's assume one car is X, another car is Y. Now, one car is sold as 20% profit. So that means this car is sold as 20% profit. This become SP1, and this car is sold as 30% profit, and this also become SP2. And it is given that both selling price are equal. That means we can say that X into 120 upon 100 is equal to Y into 130 upon 100. This 100 cancel out, 0 cancel out. X upon Y is equal to 13 upon 12. That means the ratio should be 13 upon 12, and total value is 4 lakh. So we can find out with the help of ratio. Since I have not, and even no need of all this thing, we can simply by reading the question, we can assume 20% of first is equal to 30% of second. But I am not coming to this thing, because this is, when I will take ratio, I will tell you. What is the best way to solve right now? This is one way. We will again do this thing in ratio. What is the best way to solve this question right now with the help of percentage? I will go with the help of option. Okay. Can you tell me which option you will check first? If you don't know the answer, which option you will check first? Out of 4 options, according to the rule, which option you will check first? Tell me. Because going by rule is more important than actual answer. Which option you will check first? Don't tell me the answer. Tell me which option you will check first. Out of A, B, C, D, which I told you, which option you will check first? If I am solving this problem in the examination, yes, I will check D first. I will check D first. So if the first car price is 3 lakh, second car price is 1 lakh, and it is given that 20% is equal to 30% of other. So can I say 20% of this car is equal to 30% of this? No, we cannot say, because 20% of this becomes 60,000 and 30% of this becomes 30,000. So we cannot say, so this option is wrong option. No need to solve. Just by percentage method. 10% become 30,000. 20% become 60,000. 30% of this become simply 30,000. Both are not equal. This is wrong. Tell me, which option you will try second? Option number first, I will try second. And how much time is taking? Hardly few seconds. Option number second, option number first, 2,50,000 I will try second. Then the next prize is 1,50,000. What is 20% of this? 20% of this is 50,000. And 30% of this is 45,000. That means this option is also wrong. This option is also wrong. Then you can try option number third. You can try option number second. 2,40,000. And if that is also wrong, go for option number D. Is hardly taking some second, 5 seconds for this, 5 seconds for this, 5 seconds for third one, and 5 seconds. Even maximum you are taking 10 to 15 seconds, not more than that. Even if you are taking 20 seconds for one option, then also in 1 minute the problem will be solved. In 1 or 1.5 minutes the problem will be solved. Maximum, even if you are taking 1 minute, 20 seconds, but if you are taking 1 minute to solve a option, then I can't do anything. Then when I will teach you ratio, then you can solve by the ratio this problem. Okay, so I think still the discount part is left. Discount Monday we will try to finish. Monday the agenda will be whatever doubt, suppose any concept still you are missing, Monday we will take it up. You can say, sir, repeat successive increment and decrement. Don't ask me to repeat whole topic. It's not possible. Any small part if you have a doubt, you can ask me to repeat. If any question still you are not getting, sir, you have done that question, still that is I'm not able to solve, you can ask me. And I think you got a sheet of 100 question, we will do it together. Percentage sheet, we will solve it, and whatever doubt you will have, we will solve each and everything. Correct answer of question number 16. Whatever, see, now you can solve the answer. Let's solve it. I thought you would have solved it. I thought you would have solved it. Now, A and D are wrong. B option, 2,40,000. Now 20% of this become 48,000. And how much is left? If this is this much, the other one will be 1,60,000. And what is the 30% of this? 30% of this become 48,000. 48,000. That means option number B is correct. Option number B is correct. Option B is correct, not C1. Option number B is correct. Option B, how come you are getting C? How come you guys are getting C? Question number 16, option B is correct. B is correct. Add भी करेंगे, which you need to add? Okay, just wait. Let me check the question. Okay, I completely missed the question. I was thinking, yes, I was thinking some other part, some other question. Yes, I was making profit equal, but in question it was given the selling price is equal. Yes, I completely missed the question. It is given that profit, selling price is equal, and what I was doing, I was making profit equal. Matlab I have a notion that the question is that 20% of first car profit is equal to 30% of second car profit, and I was doing the same. While checking the option also, I was doing the same, so I completely missed that part. Yes. Sorry for that, I completely missed that part. Because here the SP is same. So even all the question what I was doing, I was making the profit equal. I was making 20% of first is equal to 30% of second, and if both profit are equal, I thought that is the answer, but that is not the case. The profit are not equal, the SP are equal. So we have to add also, yes. We have to add also. Let me solve this question. Let me solve. What is the question? The question is, suppose car 1 is X, so whatever is the profit, 20% of X is equal to SP1, and X into 30% Y. Suppose another car price is Y is equal to SP2 and both are equal. So this is the case, one case. If I am solving by option, suppose I am taking option number fourth one. So 3 lakh, another one become 1 lakh, and now 20% of this become 60,000, and 30% of this become 30,000, and even I add both the things, both are not going to become equal. That means this option is wrong. That means this option is wrong. Now check option number first. Option number first is, this is 2,50,000. Another one will be 1,50,000. 20% of this become 5,000. 20% of this become, 50,000. So this become 3 lakh selling price, and this, if I add 30% of this become selling price become 1,95,000. Again, both are not equal. So this will not be the case. This will not be the case. That means option this is also wrong. Then option number B. Option number B. Option number B is, this is suppose cost price. If profit is 20%, 20% means 48,000. Another cost price become 1,60,000. 30% become equal, and if you add both the things, selling price will not be equal. That means this is also not a correct answer. So option number C will be obviously the correct one, but let's check it. Let's check it. 2,08,000. Another one become 1,92,000. 20% of this, become 41,600, and 30% of this become 192,000 into 3. So this becomes 006. ठीक है? If you add these two numbers, the selling price becomes 0, 0, 6, 9, 4, 2. And this become 0, 0, 6. Okay, 0, 0, 6. Then 7 to 9. Now both selling price are equal, so that means the correct answer will be B1, C1. But yes, the better way is by ratio. We will solve by ratio. That will be the best way. Because by solving ratio, we can say that then we can simply find out the answer and we can solve it very easily. But here problem is we have to do all the calculation and all. So when we will solve the ratio, we will do it, don't worry. So option C is correct one. Actually I missed that. I thought that the profit are equal. The profit are equal. So I was matching that completely. I completely missed the problem. The thing was that the selling price are equal. So after profit, we have to add them into the cost price. Then I will find out the selling price of that. Okay. So you can solve all these things. And Monday we will solve the thing Monday we will solve the like your sheet, whatever doubt you have, any concept you have problem, we will solve. Okay. Now the red fish problem, okay, still I will say like a Krishna, you have a doubt in red fish problem. Again go and check, repeat that thing, and still if you have a doubt, Monday we will take it up, don't worry. Okay, because I am going to explain the same thing again. So just go once, think about that problem. Sometime it might possible, after some time you click that and then you will able to solve that problem properly. So Monday all your doubt will be clear. Make sure whatever doubt you will have in your sheet, in your class, like a class sheet or class question, class concept, we can again discuss. But don't ask me, sir, ये बता दो, ये फिर पूरा percentage पढ़वा रहे हो. I will take the selective part, whatever doubt you will have, and we will together do all the problem which we have, like all the problems of the sheet, all the problems of the class sheet, class question, we will do it together. Okay? But please use your time tomorrow, time for mathematics. See, the best part is next, whatever like 6, 7, 10 classes, whatever I have, in that 10 classes, at least you are able, my aim is again same. I am not going to make you like I am not going to teach you in such a way that you are able to solve all 30 problem. If 30 problem of maths is coming in CSAT. My aim is 15 to 20 problem only. Suppose you solve some 15 problem. That means you are getting some 37, 38 marks from mathematics itself. Okay? A 4% part. Which question was there? 4% was, yes, question number 15, I think. So yesterday I told you, whenever selling price are given, and one is profit, one is loss, then there will be always be loss of x square upon 100. That means 20 square upon 100. That means 400 upon 100. That means 4% loss will be there. Check yesterday notes. Yesterday I asked you to draw a line, two problem. One like cost price was given, one selling price was given. And in selling price, if selling price are equal, loss and profit percent are equal, then always there will be loss. So that 4 is coming from there. You can go and check yesterday notes. You can go and check the yesterday notes. So I was telling that use tomorrow time very effectively, and next 15-20 days just give some time for mathematics. And the best part is I'm not asking any extra time after that. After that you can revise only on Sunday, but for next 5-10 days, 15 days, give your time, give your full attention to CSAT, And the best part is you are able to solve most of the problem, and we are doing in the class also. We will do on Monday whatever problem you have, we will solve that. But please come with come only with when you have solved the sheet. Otherwise, what will happen? I assume that you have tried that, you have solved that, and if you are coming directly, definitely you will not get all the things. Definitely you will not get all the things. So it's request, please solve the sheet, please revise all the concept. It's a golden opportunity I am giving. Why I am giving golden opportunity? Because you are, the thing is that I will teach only 5 topics, no issue. But at least whatever I am teaching, because aim is not to complete the syllabus. The aim is not to complete the syllabus. The aim is you are able to solve some 15 to 20 problem out of 30 in the examination. That is my aim. Because if my aim was to complete the syllabus, I would have completed the profit and loss, CI and SI and all this thing. No. My aim is very simple, so that, okay, suppose I'm not able to teach everything, fine. But whatever I am teaching, 8 topic, 10 topic, 15 topic, at least you are able to understand each and everything. So it's my request to you guys, sir, please tomorrow use your time. Don't think like, okay, I know you have lot of pressure on GS also, but I am asking only sometime next few weeks, 1 and 2 weeks, so that you become master of this, you will understand all the thing. So please revise your notes properly. Let's meet on Monday, same time, okay, with some new problem, new puzzles. I will ask you new puzzles that will give you more energy. I will bring some more questions of CSAT so that your confidence will be boosted. Fine. Thanks for today. Okay. Let's meet on Monday. Thank you.